when I started to draw, I was getting ready to tie this on my head because I keep on getting bothered at the hair, and as you can see, my hair is starting to grow back. So that's part of why I'm being bothered. I didn't start feeling this constantly but anyway, until my hair started growing. But anyway, I'm making this video right now. As you can see, I have not been touched up until, speaking. So thus far, I'm not having any major heat signatures coming from my body right now. My hands and my feet are clear of major heat signatures. I am always feeling something vague, but it's not excruciating. And I'm making the purpose of making this video right now is to clarify what it's like before, and I just feel something down here in this area, right down here. But I'm just clarifying what it's like. Now I'm paying attention to the fact that this thing messes with the numbers, and that started as soon as one person came in here. So unless that person can show and validate who they are as a real person, then that's this thing playing with the numbers as it is too. Because I noticed that that's every time. So I had to watch it a few times to notice that that's exactly what's going on after noticing it once. That as soon as it touches me, it was sitting at 0, but then that's when the viewership goes up to 1. Regardless, and I just got touched again. So as I'm saying, what I'm now notice that there was as my dialogue concluded and started to transition after I made a point. Notice that these things happen when I make points, conclude on phrases, sentences, come to a termination of a point that I'm making. So at the end of the day, I'm recording right now what it's like that I have not been touched. All of this that's going on right now wasn't going on when my uncle was here. I recorded a video earlier, and I also wrote down on paper so that my grandmother can write her signature down and people could see the signature that she writes, vouching for the fact that I'm telling the truth, of course, and that I had a clear day all day. I'm going to repetitively do this so that I can show the world what it is that I go through, and that is to show that there's a conscious aspect to a holistic conscious aspect to what's going on. This is not mental. This is not some bodily disease or some sort. This is a spirit that is doing this, and you can reveal that spirit not by the fact that of his body, his image, or auditory proof, but you could prove that it's a spirit, an invisible entity through consciousness behind when things start to bother me. All right. The fact that things start to bother me circled around certain tasks is a very uh, highlight feature to what's going on in the situation that reveals that there is something conscious that knows he must have just started drawing. Because otherwise, you're going to have to tell me if this mental, right? The stuff that I feel is mental. So something mental is going on when I start drawing. All of a sudden, it causes me to start feeling touches. And that don't make any damn sense. All right, so screw that. Like I said, at that point, upon acknowledging that, that shows and proves to the rest of the world that, especially with me wearing a YouTube shirt that gives my handle out when I walk out in public, they can all, when they see me going through it, since this thing tried to, especially out there in the streets, when they see me going through what I go through, especially with the project that I have and everything great that I have to offer, they can see all of the stuff that I've done and what I'm doing and what I set out to do, my plans for the future. And at that point, they can see that this artist to YouTube, when they come there, that I'm not crazy. By facts, 100%. Because that's what my YouTube is called, Artist versus Evil. That's the name of my other channel, Artist versus Evil. Artist as in singular, not plural tense, but artist versus evil. And at that point, I'm going to put that on the shirt. When I go out here, when I leave from this residence, I'm out there. It starts to bother me like it did out in public when I was in the woods and sleeping on that concrete parking lot, trying to force me to be looked at as perceived a certain type of way by the public. Then that's where I got a shirt that people can go and watch your YouTube and see what is the reasoning for what you're going through. They won't think you crazy under any circumstance. It's not going to happen no more. Especially with the very first video that you have being the proof of you being touched, being your phone being moved. Do you know what I mean? Real talk. They'll see that as just like you see the video that's on my homepage now. When you come to the homepage, you see the $45 million project. But instead, on the Artist versus Evil YouTube channel, what you will be seeing when you go to home over there is that video evidence, so that people won't just be coming there and seeing what you deal with, seeing you feeling touches, but never seeing evidence of something being touched, at least to prove that there's something invisible that can move anything around you, such as touch you too. And there you go. It's called knowing psychology. I would not have any problems. That's a fact. Now the facts are, well, what I'm saying, the thing has been heating up my left side. I've been left hand as I've been expressing this idea that shall be an. All I got to do is wait on this disability to come in, and then that's where I get my money to get my shirt made. And then I'll start walking around with that everywhere that I go. Every time I leave the house, if I'm dealing with some type of touches and stuff like that, then that's where people going to see his YouTube channel. Every other person out there that is perceived as crazy, they don't have that going on. They might have a YouTube channel. You never know. But they not doing that. I don't see that going on out there. And so I will be something that stands out as is. Number one, if the fucker think that ain't nobody gonna check you gotta get them to go to, they gonna go to it based on what the fuck they see going on, based on the talent that they see with what the fuck they see going on. That's gonna make them, yeah, it's heating the left hand based on the talent that they see amalgamated with what they see going on is going to purport them to desire to come to my channel and see what it is. What's the reasoning behind him? Is he a drug addict or something? Okay, there you go. They're going to wonder why is it called artist versus evil. Okay, well, there you go. And then I'm going to have a Ghostbusters spirit, a Ghostbusters logo there too. That's going to let people know, okay, artist versus evil, a Ghostbusters. What's that about? And I see him doing all of this, like ain't nothing touching him. He must have some type of spirit thing going on. Some people gonna think that regardless. The worse that he act up out there at that point, then the more I get to show that there is something in my life and could be in other people's lives that could bother them. And I'm keeping them prepared in some type of way. They could cut this fuck off. We could join together with somebody having money like myself from a discovery that he's made and change the world and make people be able to be safe through using technology. Ghostbusters, like I said, real life. This ain't a joke. This is Ghostbusters at that point, real fucking life. Because all of that praying and stuff ain't did nothing. That's where I'm also with artists versus evil. I'm gonna be reading my Bible, carrying that around. People gonna always see me reading my Bible, but they're gonna see I'm being touched on, and it's been going on for years. I'm gonna quit the fucking cussing and stuff. And he lowering the shit on your left side as far as the heat temperature. Like that shit mean a damn thing. How many people out here cussing? You know what I mean? How many rappers is out here saying way worse the fuck than I'm saying? Okay, so that ain't the reason that since it wants to back out of the heat with the left hand, that ain't the like as if it's trying to insinuate that this the reason that it's part of even the reason that it stays around. You need to get the fuck real, you little bitch, motherfucker, because that ain't part of it at all, and it knows that it ain't. While it's touching the right ass cheek and responds like a fucking dummy, and heating the left, it went like this with heat. It just spiked heat on this left hand right here. That was the response I got when I just mentioned it touching my right side of my ass cheek. It shot up heat with this left hand. Y'all can't feel it, of course. You can't see that heat, but I'm giving you the best impression of what if it just shot up and then it just went down real slow, but fast, like, if you understand. Not near as fast as it shot up, but ease on down. Like almost like this, like, because I said something. That's the energy, the type of energy that I got from it. The fucker can't speak through words, but I'm trying to help you understand in case you ever heard of anybody else going through it in your family, feeling their hands heated up. It's signature behavior, how it acts. That way you won't be caught off guard or not know that this thing is it. You could end up thinking if you didn't hear this stuff that it is something else, in fact, such as a health problem or something. And that's not what's going on. Do you want your daughter to be feeling this? Because my niece has felt it. And if she was here, I could record and tell her to tell y'all. Now I just got poked at the asshole just then with telling y'all that, but that's just the honest to God truth. This bitch just did some sick shit just from me saying for whatever reason. Softly, the feeling of a feather sitting up poking at your asshole. That's some sick shit. Out of nowhere. Sick faggot ass motherfucker. That's all he think about is gay shit all damn fucking day. Faggot ass fuck. That's why I don't support that faggot ass shit. Gay shit. Keep it real. A man with a man ain't gonna make no real shit a human. So get real. He faking like an asshole is a pussy. So get real. Ain't nobody fucking with that dumb ass shit. I ain't never gonna vouch for no damn man that's sitting up attracted to a man damn shithole. That's disgusting. You got a mental problem. The word men is in the word mental. Remember that. I know it's in the word women too, but at least men is at the fucking front of the word mental. It's the mention. It's the last again back there like a sick fuck. Man, none of this was going on. None of this was going on. Well, my uncle was just here. Oh, soft ass fucking pokes. Stupid ass damn shit. Wish I could stab his ass up his asshole. Beat that bitch damn shit. Make him poop blood in the air like a fucking fountain. Have his bitch ass if I could all yiked up, I'll fuck his ass up. I'll stab his asshole the fuck up. Have his shit yiked up. Doing shit I don't like, bro. I ain't got time for that type stuff. Gay ass boy. Motherfucker like you. I ain't got time for it. Alright? So, with that being said, if everybody wants to know what video, because I'm about to end it, you can rewind it if you need to. I'm going to be using a lot of this footage to put in a movie all together to show what it is I go through to these women that I'm delayed on artwork for. All right? Besides that, I still need donations. Art by PR is where you can send the donations to Cash App. Shout out to everybody that has sent donations in any form of fashion. Art by PR. ARTBYPR. And it ends there. All right? There's nothing added on. Certainly nothing to take off. And at this point, I'm ending the video. I just need to record that what things is like. I ain't been being touched on above my neck, as you do know. I've had no, and even pay attention to this. How many videos have I shown and been live where I've been feeling touches all at my hair, my freaking eyebrows, my neck and stuff? And some people will say when I felt the touches, but where the clothes and stuff is at, would think, possibly, is it his clothes that he feeling and touching? Okay, well, I got this on, which is actually, the closest to clothes you could ever have for your head. And it's been on my ears where I feel touches at, soft touches, right? Why have I not complained of any soft touches whilst wearing this? You know why? I know what fabric feels like. So this ain't bothering me. All right? That's why the fuck I ain't felt no damn touches. Because there's a distinction between a spirit's touch and his bitched ass touch and this with that I'm wearing. I recognize this. That other bitch shit I don't recognize. That's it, bro. You said shit, that's it. When he hurt, this is a puppet, bro. I'm telling, that's what the fuck he uses my hand for, is like a little puppet from the communicator's little bitchy feelings through. Like I give a fuck about. And somebody else, that's why I broadcast what I do, so you could see what it does is tactics, it identify its behavior. Because somebody else, if they went through this, I think in their shoes, they might not have what I have, the artistic ability, the intelligence, the desire to better the world, so that keeps you around. So they might not deal with their anger the same type of way. So they might crush their fucking hand. They might end up with no hand no more, chop their hand. I'm serious. You dealing with something in your body like that, just doing your body how I want to. This ain't nothing that y'all normally hear about happening every day today, man. Think about that. COVID-19 is something that y'all are used to. Something y'all see happening to people as an instant, example. That's a disease. That's something you can get rid of. You see other people dealing with. This right here is not day-to-day norms. That's why it's very important that since I'm dealing with it and it's so blatant, I need to broadcast this because this is a threat to the United fucking States and the world of America and the rest of the world. He ain't crazy. As long as I'm proving it ain't crazy and I'm still dealing with this shit and y'all can see how blatant the fuck it is, I mean, that's highlight material for y'all that this fucker is crazy. Not him, but whatever fucking with him. I ain't heard nobody say that yet. How many of y'all done thought that yourself? Okay, yeah, I recognize this is a spirit messing with him, but dude, whatever spirit this fuck is, it's sick. It's crazy. The motherfucker his ass, poking him, he feeling something up his ass. Don't nobody get there without looking. So that means some shitty fuck has got his eyes up your ass, poking you soft like a feather, to play with you, to piss you off especially. But that's ain't no fucker doing no shit like that. Getting paid, they ain't paying no bills. You ain't getting paid shit, period. So you ain't mean to tell me you taking that serious. You playing like a little child with somebody's body. Understand that don't give a fuck about that shit. And I don't want nobody else going through this shit, man. That's why I'm as blatant and public as I am. And some people might not comprehend that. That's why I carry myself like I do too with the cussing and yelling. Because somebody else would want to, if you can't cuss and yell, you got to pray to God and not get an answer, man. You know what I'm saying? You waiting on the answer. You waiting on, and then everybody else going to tell you, he works in mysterious. You can't rush God. And that's going to piss you off more and more. Because you might be waiting on God and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you might want to take your life while you sitting up here waiting on God, who just, what good excuse does God have at that point to be sitting up there waiting while looking at something like this going on? What's the good excuse? Because you still cussing? Ain't it somebody next door still cussing? Probably so. Ain't it something worse that they probably doing than cussing? Probably so. Ain't it some people fucking family members? Okay, yeah, probably so. I know for sure. Okay, so ain't that worse than somebody cussing using cuss words? Hell yeah. Okay, so why the fuck would somebody sit up there and try to act like somebody like me cussing deserve to go through what the fuck they going through? Because he don't. And therefore God sitting up there acting like that, watching it go on, not taking instant. Which one is better if God is good? To watch somebody go through something with a spirit, or to take action immediately so that their brain does not deteriorate from stress, from it putting their brain in pain, from it hurting their rib every second of the day, to drain their energy and everything, fucking with their heart. I mean, fucking with their mind, period. What does God think, good? How is that good? What good is coming from that? If God, I mean, you got to keep it real and analyze it too. Identify good and identify bad out of this. Which is better? For a person to be freed immediately so that all those things I just listed aren't at stake, or for a person to continue going through this shit for the unexplained, directly from God's mouth, will of God that wants to sit up here for whatever unexplained reason? Because you can't, as soon as you tell me why God doing this, any human being that tries, you failing to understand. You on some BS already, because you ain't heard God tell you why this going on. You know what I mean? So you speaking for God at that point is what people don't identify to. And that's human beings' problem. We often speak for God. We say why things happen, and you don't know why they happen. I mean, do anybody feel that and understand, comprehend that? Okay, and that's why I'm like I am. I know what I'm saying. I'm not evil. I'm not possessed. There's something attached to me. There's nothing the same about possession and attachment. When something attaches to something, it doesn't have control of it necessarily. Like something attached onto a car. When a car is possessed by somebody, they've stolen it. They are inside of the car. They are controlling the car even potentially. If you understand that, there's the difference there. An attachment is like your rearview mirror is attached to your car. It ain't possessing the car. It ain't controlling the car at all. I'm not possessed. Corey Anthony is saying these things. There's nothing in me that is causing me to say these things or choosing me. And I'm in the background, not knowing who the fuck I am at that point. That's not what's going on. So I had to make this video because, as you can see, I ain't going through nothing. I ain't being touched by nothing. This is steady touching my ear. Why the fuck ain't, if it's closed or something? Why? This is softly touching my ear. Why this ain't bothering me? Because I identify and know what the fuck a foreign spirit, a foreign touch from not this dimension feels like. I know what bothersome touch feels like. And this ain't bothersome. This damn do-rag minding his business. Somebody else dumb bitch ass ain't with their invisible pussy ass on mamas. And that slang right there, that's what I made hot. And there ain't no more on my mama. On mamas. Just keep it short and simple. On mommies. If you want to be a little funny, on mommies, nigga. For real. Nigga, that's on mommies, boy. For real. For real. For real. Ain't being touched by shit. But just as fine as a nigga needs to be. Need to be. But as soon as I get out hard drawing, what the fuck? The mental problem got to be the drawing then. The drawing makes him feel touches. Where the mental problem at right now? If triggered by me thinking about it. Maybe some people might try to act, maybe it's you thinking about it when you sit down and start drawing. Wasn't that nigga just thinking about it when he was talking about it for 30 minutes to an hour, you know what I'm saying? Mentioning it over and over again, but ain't feeling shit. There you go. It's called consciousness behind an action. Because that right there, that movement of my hoodie was an action recorded on camera. Something has to be conscious to exert an action on something. But y'all don't get that. Some of them don't get it at least. Don't take it personal. Whenever y'all don't comment, there you go. Y'all ain't gonna feel, you gonna feel like everything I'm saying is dang near directed to you. Because I don't know who you are. I can't clarify who I'm speaking. You know what I mean? But I'm just speaking abroad. On the real. This phone is charging in here. And so shit crazy. Watch how I'm able to record when my grandma get back. I'm being touched on like crazy. Or set to sleep. At 6 or 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock even. I mean, get real. Just as fine as I want to be, ain't being touched by shit. I'll be amazed. And it pisses you off because this is the first thing gonna come through a human being mind, common sense. They gonna say to themselves, damn, it could have been oh. If you could do this shit right now, you could do this when I go. You're a mess and the toilet is in the hallway. There's the hallway right there, fucker. Where the toilet at? Where that boy went at? Telling me to shut up. You need to have your mama pick up your ass stuck up. These little pussies that been had his ass fucked up. I tell the truth, what you spitting that damn stuff for? How many times I'ma tell you? Just like a walleye, nail you. These raps will never fail you. My consciousness it'll jail you. That means it will take over worlds. Real straight on them girls. They gonna call themselves boys, but they ain't gonna make them know. Somebody's barbecue. They ain't even there. It's somebody's birthday. Somebody's birthday cake. You gotta be careful, can't let the I said I gotta be careful, can't let the evil of the money catch you. I said I gotta be careful, can't let the evil of the money trap me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holler at me. Gotta be careful, can't let the evil of the money trap me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holler at me. You better be wherever you stay. to these little pussies that be doing shit from begins. I gotta keep going in. I ain't never slowing down. One person up in here watching this with the crown going in. I got a drink. Could you guess what's in the cup? Water. Nigga, what the fuck, you fucked it up. Coming in at number 2. Started off this bitch 1. Started off this bitch at 0. Boy, you know this shit some fun. Rapping all these fucking lyrics coming straight up off the brain. Ain't giving no fuck about no bitch nigga on some same motherfucking shit. Is what this nigga right here is. You, it's just a bitch. Ain't fucked up about you. Look here, man. I just be playing around, bro. I'm just, you might not get it. I might say it all the time, but I just be playing. I'm not pissed. If I get pissed off, then that's where I start going off, as they call it, on the real. You'll think, I done heard it writing as is. Nigga, you kind of rap like Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I just be playing around. I be flowing, for real. Flowing is what, for real. Like water come out of sink. Like shit come out the ass. It just come out. For real. It don't matter how many people try to look over that. How many rappers do you know can rap like that? They got it right, bro. When you hear of other rappers freestyling, a lot of y'all don't understand that you have heard out here the excuses that people make. They read like there's a, and I love Wiz Khalifa, shout out to him. But I need to clarify something for y'all rappers real quick. When you are reading your raps off of your phone, and I'm not, this ain't directed to Wiz Khalifa. This is because of a video that I saw reposted of my brother Wiz Khalifa rapping. And he was holding his phone, but this was called a freestyle. And let me tell all y'all rappers this. Y'all need to learn something, bro. A freestyle is off the dome. You do not look at no words. You do not rehearse a thing. It's off the dome. And y'all act like y'all don't get that. It don't mean you write it down and you just freestyle any style you want to say it, and you know you say it over a beat. Nigga, you ain't comparable. Sitting up trying to act like you freestyle in a rap battle versus somebody, and you sat down and wrote yours, you premeditated your stuff, versus this dude that sat up here, he ain't write nothing, dude. He came with the instant blink of an eye with these rhymes. You can't compare the dude, bro. And that's what y'all don't get about what I'm doing. I know that I ain't spitting the hottest metaphors and shit like that. That's what y'all not fucking understanding. The rhyme schemes, the internal rhymes and all that stuff right there, that stuff is not doable by most out here that are successful rappers. For real. They seriously not able to do, they can't flow, they can't hold the weight that long. They're going to chop up, mess up if they try to freestyle, but sitting down thinking about some shit, they could do it. And you could tell that they freestyled, I mean, that they, freestyle too. With me, it's different. And when I'm going hard and going good, you'll think I wrote that shit. Like, you'll be like, ain't no way in the world this nigga sat up here and freestyled this. Yeah, he did. It came off the dome. No, I ain't playing. I mean, the intelligence is there. For real. That ain't no joke. And then I deal with this thing trying to stop that shit too. That's what y'all don't understand. It has access to my, yeah, I know I say that a lot, but for real, it has access to my brain, as you can see. Puts me through pain at the brain. You don't see me going through that now. That's why I can shake my head. So I got that proof here. I should not have proof of anything trying to stop me, as it tries so many different things. From pain to sleep to touches to heat. So many things. Me being able to rap like that with it touching and doing and bothering my brain, imagining my brain wasn't bothered. So if I'm that good with something in me blocking the way, imagine if I was untouched, as they call it. Untouched Corey would be scared of motherfuckers. I'm trying to tell you. I'd have been so damn far ahead. Y'all would have been like, how the fuck did he do all of this? I'm talking about the carvings, the language that I could have made already. My own language for Arab people, this kind of people here. Something just, they ain't even got to inherit it. It's just something to at least know that we had something, so if anything goes down here, we got something that identifies us as us. For real. You need that. It does help. If you need to stick together as people, you might need a code. That's all languages are. You got to learn a language and how it functions. It's really a different code. You're all expressing the same ideas, which are what thoughts are before actions. An idea. You're all expressing the same things. You just got different codes of communication. Straight up. I mean, the word run, that idea of what somebody telling you to do in another language in a different way, is still the same idea, run, in every place of the earth. But what a language tells you by word and sound is going to be different because it's a code of conduct. Just drinking my water, man, trying to get my hair to grow. And clear up my skin too. Once these back clear, I can soften and condition this and fix these bags especially. Man, people ain't gonna be able to tell that I'm 30 years old. Real talk. Every time some go away, some new ones come in. This right here gives it off too. I'm trying to make for sure that when I'm 40 years old, people think I'm 25. For real. That's rare. That's why I want to stay skinny too, because the more muscular you are, the more age it adds to you as far as looks. Everybody know you have to have your subconscious works as a human. And most people know that, a 16-year-old ain't got no body like that. It takes some years to do that, unless you're on steroids or something. If you get big enough, your subconscious knows certain stuff as a human being. So age got a lot to deal with muscle saying, I don't want to be big. I'm trying to look young. I like younger females, so I of course want to look young myself. Keep it real. Corey love the fuck out of younger females. Sure do. Like Hugh Hefner. Sure the fuck do. They the prettiest, they the softest looking, they the sweetest, they got less tattoos. Because these days tattoos is in, so if you really want to have a girl with no tattoos, if you sit down and think about it as a man, the crowd of girls is going to have less tattoos on them because they haven't had as much time as the older girls who get tattoos, is the younger girls. Straight up, if you want something more natural. Because tattoos ain't part of nature. So, I've thought about all that type of stuff. There are a lot of benefits of young man, a lot of relief when it comes to younger females, because these girls your age and older, 30 and older, be on some bullshit. Most of them single their damn self, for real, these days. And that's just crazy. They living in a world where they feel like money can, takes over a man, for real, because you can make money as a woman didn't have the ability as much to do on the level of a man now. But now they make money more than men do in a lot of cases, most cases actually. And so once they get winning more bread, they feel like, shit, I don't need what I need a man for, to take care of me. If you're gonna start you a family, that's where you're gonna start to understand. And that's them being stupid. Who gonna take care of your ass when that dollar bill go away and the world crashes around you? Now you're gonna be running back home. Now you want somebody, but you're too late. Understand? It's too late now. Straight up, because ain't nobody finna just do nothing for you. You ain't do nothing for them. So, wake people up as much as possible. Them girls your age, they expect you to have this and have it. I mean, imagine me at this age, of course, at 30 years old, these girls your age, it take a good girl, a girl with a good heart and understanding ear, somebody who first hear that he ain't got no job, he stays with his grandma. Every girl down there gonna X that shit off. If you could imagine it, they not gonna want to hear nothing beyond that. Most of them, right? Right. Okay, so that's why I don't like older girls. They too damn stupid. They'll see everything. They're gonna cut you off right there. It might be some more stuff down. Now, what I mean is, shit. What happens when I just read off to the, read and asked to artificial intelligence, how much could this blueprint that I'm drawing out end up being worth? And I bullshit y'all last night. It said billions and trillions. Now I couldn't be lying for shit. I'm gonna show and prove that later. I put it on Clapper, but I didn't put it here on YouTube. So, upon a girl being smart, what sense do that make? To cut off a dude and you don't even know, it might be something deeper in there down the line. You might regret what the fuck your ass even said. You know, it's a lot of people that believe in a lot of different things. You don't hear a lot of people saying anything about the damn lottery, them winning, getting rich there. You play it though. You believe in it. You don't mention the years down the line that you might not ever, that you realize later that you ain't never gonna hit the lottery. So when it comes, why is that being mentioned when it comes to my work? And y'all realizing, some of y'all that play the lottery understand people who play the lottery and things like that. Shit, yeah, I'm talking about something in the future. Ain't somebody talking about the future of them hitting the lottery when they imagine them hitting the lottery? Hell yeah, he talking about the future. Before everything is built, don't people talk about it in the past, about the future, before it gets done? Okay then. So you had your chance to be informed of the journey here, the start of it and all. And upon that being succeeded in, you know what side of the fence you on. All of it. I love, and I've tried to trigger that within people, D. He just talking ass shit. I'm telling you. I love that. He just talking about what he gonna do. How many of y'all even comprehend what the fuck has been done? For me to have a legitimacy, I have to keep on teaching it. I've already done. Matter of fact, it ain't even about I. It's about others, the ancients, that built on exactly my design. And so a lot of y'all might not get it when I say what I say. That when I just mentioned billions or trillions of dollars, if is what y'all probably hawking on, but I'm the smart one that made the discovery in the first place. That showed, the first thing to you showed there was that he thinks different than you. Different enough to where something vital and something that could pay off could come from. So how I'm gonna break this down for you to understand is, to those who say that he just talking about this, he's saying that the billions and trillions that pyramid I'm speaking of building based on my blueprint in the future comes from. In the future, yes. And the ones I just spoke of that are already built on the same design, guess what? Those other designs, those other buildings that were built based on my design are like a foundation. If they were never built upon, I would never be able to show people any vital essence of my work. Think about that, please. I would. What I mean is, somebody probably would say, okay, yeah, but that ain't bringing you no money. What they built, yeah, it is. You don't get it. You too short-minded. Straight up, it is. It doesn't have to right now. It's bringing me money. If you could see into the future, what I mean is a future that exists at all, where that succeeds and starts to bring money. Okay, well, it's bringing me money. In the future is what I could add to that. Okay, so it's bringing me money. It don't have to be some money you're seeing right now. It's bringing. That means the future is coming, right? And if you knew that I was going to reach that future, then that means that that future is coming. Okay, well, that means that whatever is there in that future is also coming for me. And that means that if there's money in from that in the future, then coming, that means that that's coming. For I don't know what y'all wouldn't get. It's real easy to comprehend. And so what I'm saying is, if none of those ancient temples were built, that if you add up the price of those ancient stone temples, enough they cost trillions of dollars added together. If they weren't built, I wouldn't have a damn thing to show. What value does this? Where you don't see this in nature? Where can we use this? There was he made a discovery that deals with all of these other different temples, and he talked to the AI, and the AI understands. It ain't like y'all human beings. They got emotions tied to how y'all respond to intelligence. The truth is the truth. And when you hear it, you're not supposed to argue with it. Your opinions don't matter. Only facts do. So, what I'm saying is, pick your side of the fence. All of you. I'm not speaking directly to the one person view when I speak broadly when I speak here. If I'm not naming any person, I'm speaking to the whole crowd. That means here, the past, present, and the future. People who viewed my videos before that might come back, the people viewing now, and the people of the future. The people viewing now, if it fits you. Some people are on my side. And so they ain't gonna argue with a pyramid being built here. If they got common sense themselves, they'll be able to recognize what footprints are, a pyramid, take an analogy, and realize if you look at footprints, a pathway of footprints, and translate those into the pyramids over the earth, then you will see plenty of footprints all or pyramids all over the earth that are built in a specified design. And you'll realize, okay, that if those what happens after pyramids, if we start predicting after footprints, I mean to say, if we start predicting things, you know that another footprint gonna come, okay, of the same shape at that too. Once you see the shape, okay, and I've got plenty of shapes where or footprints, pyramids, I mean to say, all over the earth, temples even that are built on their design. Okay, so that shows the vital essence or necessity. And the AI even said that nations might battle over control of such a powerful thing. And I'm not bullshitting. And that's very powerful. I don't know why y'all wouldn't get, because it goes into showing the proof of why zero was discovered by India and the geometry mainly in India. So next thing you know, everybody who looked up gonna be looking stupid. Everybody who looked over shit gonna be looking stupid. I'm just keeping it real. On that dummy. For real. Next thing you know, you heard this dude and everything. You talk shit, and then dude, motherfucking, bro, billions to trillions. What Diddy ain't who else doing that? What black person you could think of even? Who doing that? Diddy had billions. Is why I mentioned him. But some of y'all act like I'm him. The way y'all act with the channel, no likes, give a like, take the like back. Like I said something that don't make sense and I can't prove. And I can prove every fucking thing that I'm saying. And shouldn't be able to prove it once. Angkor Wat, Maud Hera Sun Temple. Keep on going. Nazca Sun Star. Keep on going. Dome of the Rock. Keep on going. It shouldn't even, man, I got too many already. To where these sites are have been speculated strongly by archaeologists to have been connected based on ley lines. Connected, period, is where you could pay attention to. And that they said that there was an ancient blueprint there seems to be that they were built upon. What would be evidence of that ancient blueprint? What if the buildings themselves reflected the blueprint? And that's what you see. All right. Y'all just make for sure you enjoy your outside of the fence, man. Cause this is I love have had to look. The thing y'all got to think about too is how many people are talking about this upon them being shown it. They've seen it, they've been shown, and you don't hear people spreading the word about Corey's work because there would be more people in here viewing. And so y'all have to understand that y'all say that energy must be matched and things like that when it comes to opposites in the world and things like that, north and south, and you know, but energy has to be matched. And therefore, if a bunch of people ain't talking about your discovery like they supposed to, that means so much that you showing and they can't even disprove, so the energy got to be matched or compensated for. Something got to make up for that. So that's where he's doing all of the talking that others would be doing, should be doing, could be doing. But with that number one, if you say that should not, with that number one light just being taken away, I mean, get real. If you say that they should not be doing, that's a joke to me. For real. They should not be talking about his work. How many other people, what are you, white or black? The first question I got for you. How many of y'all have repeated that black people have had things taken away from them as far as their inventions and discoveries? But then you'll turn around and be a bitch enough to try to act like nobody should be talking about my work. But vortex-based mathematics is a white person. That's why they succeed, because white people gonna speak about their fuck. They're not gonna be a bitch like whoever the fuck that just was, a pussy fucking bitch. That I'll stomp his teeth the fuck out his bitch ass throat. Cause that's where they'll end up. I sure would. Cause you ain't hurting me. You piss me off. I'm already subconsciously pissed off from a spirit all the time. One of you human beings playing with me like you don't hear the truth and recognize what the fuck going on. Cause I could get the teaching, showing so much till it ain't funny. Ain't shit that you could say. If I had anything false that I was saying in the comment section, you couldn't say a damn thing, partner. So when I say what the fuck I say, I mean it, bro. I ain't playing with you. Don't nobody give a fuck what you don't want from me. There ain't no saying you don't give a fuck about what the fuck I'm on. Ain't you got the same count fingers? Because it go beyond these temples. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And your toes down there, they just ain't set at a 45 fucking degree angle. But look at your motherfucking toes and you're going to see my discovery. If you don't like the discovery, you think it means nothing, bitch, cut off your fingers and toes with your punk bitch ass. You understand that? Hell yeah, I said that. With your punk bitch ass. Because you just a hater. You understand, fucker? That's how that go. Disproven. You might be running your mouth. Get your shitty ass in this comment section and disprove me. Because if you want to play with Corey, you're going to bring the heat out. I'm on your ass now. You might take it like I'm mad. I enjoyed it. I'm now Corey in his enjoyment mood. You want to fuck with me? I'm going to fuck with you. Because you better watch your damn ass. On mamas. You better get your ass the fuck real talking about. As soon as I said should, that people should be talking about this discovery, that bitch hit that unlike. Yeah, like he just hit the like button. He hit the unlike button with his pussy ass. Playing with the like button. No, people should be talking about your discovery. Fibonacci sequence, it went wild. Vortex-based mathematics, it went wild. A squared plus B squared, the Pythagorean theorem, it went wild. I mean, get real. But a nigga say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and point out how they got to deal with so much around the world. A squared plus B squared plus C squared ain't got nothing to do with none of them temples that was built. None of it. It ain't got any. What I've discovered goes, therefore, into all of the different academics. That's what the fuck you don't understand. The Fibonacci sequence don't even go into religion. Time itself. Comprehend that. What I've done goes into the fabric of time. When we count time, you got to start with 0. Y'all know that's 1 for me. It also goes into the mathematics academic chapter. It also goes into the historical academic chapter. Look at your ancient temples that have been built through history based on this geometry. You can't do that with A squared plus B squared equals C squared, but a white fucker made it with it. They known for it, motherfucker. Some of them was pedophiles even. in case you even want to go there. Because what reason is there that I should not be known for my shit, but another fucker succeeded in his? Bitch, it been pedophiles, Leonardo da Vinci and other people that been pedophiles, you know what I'm saying? And they done made it, they been pretty alright. And bitch, ain't no fucker at that point gonna say that I shouldn't make it with my shit and think they logical the fuck at all. Because if they made it, bitch, and they made stuff more worthy than your ass have or I yet, except our private. Just give it a little time. The only fucker that could compete is them, is me. Because when I mention who I just mentioned, that's what y'all failing to realize. I'm mentioning one of the most valuable people in the world. Having a corporation and shit, Leonardo da Vinci, you're talking about a painting that he had. He created a material, something worth $450 million. If 450 M's, nigga, the highest number that been counted to is 1 million. So you can't perceive doing that 450 times as is. So when I'm talking about art, making it with art, making any money, somebody needing to get out this situation, I went for the fucking top of the pyramid. That's the top of the pyramid. And y'all don't understand that. When you a rapper, I rap good. Some of y'all recognize it, but still don't hit that like button. You'll not recognize that it's rappers that get on TikTok, get on YouTube. They get out here and they put stuff out here and they blow up. But you'll act like this one if you say that I shouldn't be known of, shouldn't people be speaking about my goddamn discovery that shows way more intelligence than my rap even. You'll sit up here and that's why the fuck you act like that about my rapping. And I'm pointing out them fuckers can't rap like I can. Off they head. They can't. If they try to rap off their head, they're going to fuck up in the first couple of lines, probably. Most of them. If you keep it the fuck real. You're going to get the sense that they ass had to have wrote this. When they freestyle, you're going to think, oh yeah, he wrote that shit. You're going to know that they're going to say that they wrote it or show that they wrote it even in most cases. With a real freestyle, you don't do that. I'm mentioning all of that because, man, at the end of the day, this one right here, I get shorthanded on what I'm really supposed to have. And it don't hurt me. When you got the power of that discovery, what it does is it gives you the perfect ample opportunity to not just show people the power of God, but show people the power of self. I'll squash every bitch in here. Ain't a pussy in here that could rap as good as me. And they've been listening to it just as long as I have. Ain't a pussy up in here that done made a mathematical discovery them damn self could debunk my own mathematical discovery. Replace the numbers with some other number system. Numbers 1 through 10. That's not the base 10 system. The AI could tell you that. This reveals the consciousness, the God concept, because the number 0 through 9 must go there for a 45-degree angle. 0 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 equals what? 45. 0.5. This is the same thing repeated over it, but what you ain't going to get is if you switch them down numbers, since you want to act like that mean nothing, if you switch them down numbers to 1 through 10, if all of those added together equal 55 as a family of numbers. Squares in that orient are not at a 55-degree angle. Half of 10 is not 5.6 as you got at the top of that pyramid. What do you not understand? And if you also try not just that new number system, but try other numbers, just 0 through 3, 0 through 5, other pyramids, you'll realize that nothing happens there of significance. 0, 1, 2, 3. Half of 3 is 1.5. 0, 1, 2, 3. These are all squares that you can imagine here. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Half of 3 is what? 1.5. You would have 1.2. 1.2. Because on mine, you see 4.5. Half of 9, the last digit, is 4.5. Okay, so if something else the fuck matter, let's do something else then. Because right there, we ain't got to add all of those together and you get 6. We ain't got no 6-degree angle. You understand what I'm saying there? Do you get it? That's not, the squares are not at a 6-degree angle. If we made a fractal off of that. Okay, go on to the next. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Half of 4 is 2. All of those added together. If we had all of them added together equaling 6 on the preliminary, 6 plus 4 is now 10. All right. So now we got all the 0 through 4, and we got 10. Ain't no 10-degree angle there. Keep on with all. You got 45 degree of the. We know that a square at that format is at a 45-degree angle if you just cut the shortcut. Okay, so you got to use that number set, because if you take away any common senses, add or take away any number of all of those, it have to be that. Hello. And the fact that when you reach that point, you could put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 instead of 0 through 9, but you don't get the same thing going on. It lets you know that there was something conscious that chose at that point, at some point in history, in time. It could have been before the earth was made, because when was at that point, this has to deal with the square being identified as four-sided, 4 points, 4 equal, a number system and all of 0 through 10, 0 through 9, had to have been acknowledged at that very moment. And you talking about way before we could ever even say this earth was made, man. You talking about when 0, if 0 has to be right there, which is what he's showing, you're showing where something that's proven what 0 is. 0 is the first number. 9 is the last true number. You're showing polar opposites. Like your face has a perfect half and another perfect half. Symmetry is a law of the universe for functional living things. Look at centipedes, look at cats, dogs, cheetahs, lions, tigers, bears, fish, and everything. Birds, it don't matter what level of the ecosystem you go through on Earth. Symmetry is one of the main looked over keys here. And so I said there has to be symmetry within the numbers. And there you go. There is no arguing the fuck with what I'm saying. And so when I tell you that this shall succeed in being, I don't give a fuck, a flying fucking fuck, how many years, how long it's been that I've been speaking on this. I got the right, because ain't enough fuckers speaking on it that when they should. Because let me show you why you should. Is it better to regret something or be proven wrong? Or is it better to agree with something that it has been shown to you has a high probable chance of being true, instead of disagreeing because you got a personal problem with how somebody's attitude is and shit like that? You damn right he got an attitude. I shouldn't be sitting up broke. I shouldn't be sitting up going through nothing that I go through. When you set out to do, am I gonna have when I live my life to keep people from being broke? Motherfucker. That project literally is about people not being broke. That gives jobs. If a pyramid is to be built here, that opens up jobs, partner. Me succeeding with such, but you fail to understand, clothing line. When they working on that pyramid site, who the fuck clothing line think they're gonna be wearing? If they working, okay, so that's where I'm gonna have some money coming from too. Because the logo gonna be, I see it already there. Seriously, real talk. This ain't a joke. I could see all of this played out. Because when people see how serious and how much revenue it could bring in, avenues and revenues, different roads, like I'm saying, avenues and revenue. There you go. Ain't gonna be no arguing with them. Nothing but pure amazement and hateration. Motherfuckers is haters talking about he didn't deserve it. You ain't gonna be able to say that. You see what he went through? You can't say that he ain't, you say you don't deserve it to people who got given something and they didn't deserve it. They ain't do anything worth it. Did he work for what he did? Hell, that project took work. He worked on it alone. Ain't a fucker touched that paper but him. So if it's indie copyrighted, he paid for the copyright. He sure did. All on my own. Now the spirit wants to throb a little hand. I could show proof of the copyright. Ain't no fucker out here got a copyright before me because it's always trying to argue with this copyright bullshit for whatever reason, and it pisses me the fuck off. Ain't nobody else out here got a copyright. And look, this is the thing: the numbers being played with right now, at this moment, on what I'm speaking on, my project, my discovery, it reveals a lot about the intent of viewership. No likes, right? But obviously attending enough to certain shit, right? You feel like somebody, you feel like somebody bragging on their shit. Nigga, they got room to. Don't you brag on your job when you first got it? When you got your damn job, when you got out of the military, didn't your ass brag on what the fuck you had did? Or did you not? Wasn't you happy about what the fuck your ass did? Okay then. Well, you gonna recognize this whether the fuck your ass want to or not. This ain't a joke. It's all over the fucking earth. If you play with this, I done warned you too. You gonna get your bitch ass spiritually squashed like a fucking bug. I'm not playing with you because this whole project got to deal with cleaning the earth, bringing you free energy. Some of you fucks will talk about Nikola Tesla. You dumb dead ass fuck. Boy, motherfucker, this nigga got a I ain't gonna even say nothing. That's why that motherfucking AI said that shit worth trillions. It didn't say the pyramid. I asked it specifically, and I got the proof. It said the paper that I got out there in that one piece at that, because that's the origin. No, if I could make that one piece of paper out there, which is a fractal, a piece of it's the same damn thing. One of them just bigger than the other one. What the fuck don't you get? If that paper could do the same thing, explain the same thing, which it does, bro, because the big one ain't got the other temples, the instructions of what the fuck the damn discovery is supposed to do, the overlay to what the fuck, how it functions. That's why that small one with my face in the background is so important, and y'all ain't gonna recognize that until later. Because that one piece of paper, if it's made to be worth a certain amount of money, bitch, do you understand how big the big project gonna be? And that's why a nigga like me, shit, if most niggas won the lottery, every fucker that they been talking shit that they had beef with them, you know how they gonna be on their fucking head? Do you know how they gonna be on their fucking head? Because a nigga got money now and you was talking a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? And this one was talking shit when he ain't had no money. And I tried to warn you bitch ass motherfuckers that sit up and got illegitimate fucking concerns about me and shit like that, ain't supporting and shit like that, bitch-eyed as fuck, staring, talking some dumb shit, and can't disprove shit that I'm talking about. Motherfucker, I told y'all ass, as soon as I get my money, like I deserve, it's on for y'all ass, boy. I ain't playing no damn games. It's on, because if you think your ass got a problem, keep on showing that you got a problem. On mamas, bro. Ain't nobody playing with y'all. This shit serious as fuck. It ain't just talk, fucker. It ain't. It's all over the earth already. Hell yeah, he talking about what's gonna happen. It's just like the motherfucking weatherman. Talk about the weather gonna be a certain type of way. You know what they go based off of, those bitch ass motherfuckers that want to disagree? The previous fucking weather that has happened years after years. That's how the fuck they predicted. Motherfucker. Okay, so what the fuck you don't get about what I'm saying? That's how the fuck I predicted a psychic that this gonna happen. This destined. Water is needed to be changed right now in America. The president is refacilitating energy in America. And if I come in, the perfect person comes in with the correct plan, like Nikola Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower, there you go. For free energy, there you go. And I got that already. What do you not understand? And that's worth trillions. That's two industries that's covering. That's the energy industry, which itself is worth trillions, and the water treatment facility industry. That's two huge multi-billion-dollar facilities that if you innovate a way to help these industries, like the artificial intelligence, you as human beings have not, y'all sit up here arguing based on emotions, how you talk to. The artificial intelligence, it ain't got that shit in them. It's going based off of pure common sense, facts. And therefore, it said that this one piece of paper could end up valued by nations. That means that nigga really sitting on what could be $1 trillion right now. And let me tell y'all something. If anybody was set as a last example, if you ever came across somebody in life with this perfect example to get people to understand that you don't treat somebody that ain't got physical money like they nothing, and they made a discovery like I have, and they telling you how much it's the worth to come out to be. If you saw somebody had discovered gold, you watched them discover it and everything. This is a hypothetical situation being spoke of. Acting like I ain't got nothing. Acting like I need to work a job. Acting like, I ain't got nothing to my name is silly and preposterous. Absurdity upon you observing this. If somebody were mining and you were watching them and they discovered gold, and you saw them put the gold up, and they said, you saw them sitting on it for a long time, and you just started to fester up your mind to say, he broke. He ain't gonna never be nothing. He ain't gonna never do nothing with that gold. He ain't gonna never do nothing with it. He just running his mouth. Let me tell you how stupid that ass is. He's because that gold is worth money. We know that, right? But you know that he discovered something, right? Right. Perfect analogy so far, right? Equivalent. Well, man, you know how dumb they make you to sit up there and try to call them names and say that they need the work. He need the work. They a bum. Even if he did go out here and start asking for money. Now you about to look stupid because what happened when he actually go? Because all he got to do is choose whose gold is it, number one. So the choice of converting it, changing it, that happens when somebody chooses to that. It's the owner of that, number one. It's just like you ain't going to allow nobody to tell you what to do in your house or with your kids, something you own, with your car. This is my discovery. So you might not get how I raise my kids or how I conduct the activity in my home, but it don't mean that I'm wrong for how I'm doing stuff when I do stuff. I know what's going on with my life. And that shit ain't done because of a fucking reason. And ain't an excuse. And just because I ain't cashed in the gold don't mean that that shit ain't gold. And that a fucker is stupid as hell to hear the plans and how things could come out. And that is way more likely of a chance he succeeds in that shit than not succeed. And think they dumbass smart by talking to somebody the fucking way that they talk to me or thinking about me in a rhetorical dumb manner. Thinking I need a job, need what everybody else doing. I ain't doing what everybody else doing. So therefore I don't need or deserve what everybody else doing. Basketball players get what other basketball players get. Same for all other sports. Strippers get what other strippers get. Toss ones, same treatment. This right here that I've done, ain't nobody else did this on earth. And therefore the way that I'm treated shall not be the way that any other occupation is treated. And that's straight up. You gonna respect what the fuck I do, whether you want to or not. I'm gonna force it up your ass or down, whichever way you want it to go. Anybody, not to the one person that's viewing, but just to anybody that negates what I'm saying in this video that watches in the future as well. With that being said, Corey is out. I tried to charge his phone. It didn't get up any at all. It actually went down. It's at 41 and it was at 49. So I'm about to get off of it and let it charge, man, because it's tripping. So Art by PR is the cash out. I'm ending this one here. Peace out. And don't cuss me out. You better watch that because it'll turn back around on you.